What if the memory loss you fear isn't Alzheimer's at all, but a silent series of mini-strokes rewriting the brain in secret? Before the next sudden drop steals another piece of someone you love, uncover the hidden warning signs doctors often miss. Welcome to Wellness Unfolds. Today, we explore a critical health topic that affects millions of aging minds around the world. Many assume memory loss is always Alzheimer's, but there is another silent culprit hiding within the shadows of our brain. This condition is called vascular cognitive impairment, or VCI, and it tells a very different story than what we usually expect. Even experienced doctors can sometimes miss the subtle signs of VCI, mistaking them for normal aging or other neurological conditions. Understanding the difference is vital because the management and prevention strategies for VCI are distinct from those of Alzheimer's disease. Unlike Alzheimer's, which involves protein buildup, VCI is fundamentally about the blood vessels and their ability to deliver vital oxygen. Your brain is a hungry organ, consuming 20% of your oxygen, making it incredibly sensitive to any vascular disruption. When blood flow is restricted, brain cells do not get the fuel they need, leading to damage in specific areas. The progression of VCI is unique. It often moves in a stepwise fashion rather than a smooth, gradual decline. A person might be stable for a long time, suffer a minor vascular event, and then suddenly drop in ability. After this drop, their condition might stabilize or plateau for months or years until the next vascular incident occurs again. This pattern makes it tricky to diagnose, as family members might think the person is just having a bad week. These sudden changes are often caused by silent strokes or microbleeds that damage the communication highways within the brain's white matter. When these connections break, different parts of the brain can no longer communicate effectively, leading to the symptoms we see. Now, let us examine the 10 warning signs, starting with number 1. Sudden difficulty with planning and organizing daily tasks. You might notice a loved one struggling to pay monthly bills that they have managed perfectly well for decades before. Tasks that require sequential logic, like following a familiar recipe, become overwhelming because the brain cannot organize the steps. This is not just forgetfulness. It is a failure of executive function, the management system of the human brain. They may lose the ability to multitask or figure out how long a specific activity will take to complete. Warning sign number 2 is confusion and disorientation, which can often fluctuate significantly throughout the day or the week. This confusion often worsens in the evening, a phenomenon known as sundowning, where fatigue reduces the brain's coping mechanisms. They might suddenly not recognize their own home or feel an urgent need to go home when they are already there. Unlike Alzheimer's, where confusion grows slowly, VCI confusion can strike suddenly after a silent vascular event occurs in the brain. Disorientation in time is also common. They may confuse day and night, or lose track of the current year entirely. Sign number 3 involves difficulty tracking conversations or following the plot of a movie or television show they are watching. This happens because their working memory cannot hold enough information to connect the beginning of a sentence to the end. Complex plots become impossible to follow, leading them to lose interest in hobbies like reading or watching series they once loved. In social situations, they may withdraw simply because it is too exhausting to try and keep up with the dialogue. They might ask the same questions repeatedly, not because they forgot the answer, but because they never processed it initially. Warning sign number 4 is a noticeable reduction in processing speed, affecting how quickly they react to the world. Simple decisions that used to take seconds now require minutes of deep concentration, causing frustration for both them and others. This slow processing speed can become dangerous, particularly when driving or when quick reactions are needed to avoid an accident. Think of it like a computer with a slow internet connection. The data is there, but it loads very slowly. If you ask a question, you must learn to wait patiently for the answer, giving their brain time to work. Sign number 5 involves issues with spatial awareness, which is the ability to judge distances and the position of objects. You might see them reaching for an object and missing it, or knocking things over because they misjudge the distance. Navigating stairs can become terrifying as they struggle to perceive the depth and height of each individual step correctly. Driving becomes particularly hazardous as judging the gap between cars or the distance to a stop sign becomes difficult. This is often due to damage in the parietal lobe, the part of the brain that helps us map our environment. Warning sign number 6 covers significant emotional changes, which can be distressing for both the patient and their family members. This condition, known as pseudobulbar affect, causes uncontrollable laughing or crying that does not match their actual inner feelings. They might cry at a funny commercial or laugh at sad news, leaving them feeling embarrassed and socially isolated. This happens because the dampening mechanism in the brain that usually controls our emotional expression has been damaged by VCI. It can also manifest as extreme apathy, where they seem to lose the ability to care about anything at all. Sign number 7 is often the most surprising to people: urinary urgency and frequency, which many do not link to the brain. You might assume this is a prostate or bladder issue, but in VCI, it is actually a neurological signaling problem. The frontal lobe of the brain is responsible for sending the inhibition signal that tells your bladder to hold on. When white matter pathways are damaged, this message gets lost, resulting in a sudden, uncontrollable need to use the restroom. If urological treatments are not working, it is crucial to consider that this might be a symptom of vascular cognitive impairment. Warning sign number 8 is struggling with tasks they have performed thousands of times throughout their entire adult lives. Using a remote control, operating a microwave, or making a cup of coffee suddenly becomes a complex engineering puzzle. This loss of procedural memory is distressing because it strips away their independence in the safety of their own home. It is not that their hands are weak. It is that the brain has forgotten the sequence of movements required. Patience is key here. Rushing them or showing frustration will only increase their anxiety and make the task even harder. Sign number 9 involves physical changes in how they move, specifically their gait, balance, and general stability while walking. You might notice a magnetic gait, where their feet seem glued to the floor and they shuffle rather than step. They may adopt a wider stance to stay upright and have a higher risk of falls due to poor balance. This symptom is frequently mistaken for Parkinson's disease, but in VCI, it specifically relates to subcortical white matter damage. Early intervention with physical therapy can help retrain the brain and muscles to maintain mobility for as long as possible. Finally, warning sign number 10 is a profound sense of depression or apathy that seems to appear out of nowhere. Unlike reactive sadness, this is a chemical change caused by damage to the brain circuits that generate motivation and drive. They may stop initiating conversations, lose interest in personal hygiene, or simply sit in a chair for hours doing nothing. It is critical to understand that they are not being lazy or difficult. Their brain's get-up-and-go generator is broken. Treating this depression is vital, as it can significantly improve their quality of life and their ability to rehabilitate. Now that we have identified the signs, what can we do? The good news is that VCI progression can be slowed. First, start documenting symptoms immediately. Note the time of day, the specific activity, and how long the confusion lasts. Control your vascular risk factors aggressively. High blood pressure is the #1 enemy of patients with vascular cognitive impairment. Diabetes and high cholesterol damage blood vessels, so keeping these conditions under strict control is effectively protecting your brain. Regular aerobic exercise increases blood flow to the brain and can actually help repair some of the damaged white matter. Adopt a brain-healthy diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants to support vascular health and reduce inflammation. If you smoke, stop immediately. Smoking constricts blood vessels and is a major accelerant for vascular cognitive impairment. Keep the brain active with puzzles, social interaction, and learning new skills to build cognitive reserve against future damage. Emotional support is crucial. Understanding that these behaviors are symptoms, not choices, changes how we care for our loved ones. Work closely with a neurologist who specializes in vascular disorders to create a tailored plan that fits your specific needs. While VCI is a serious diagnosis, knowledge is power. Early detection gives us the best chance to preserve quality of life. We have covered a lot of ground today, from the biology of blood vessels to the 10 specific warning signs. Remember, VCI is distinct from Alzheimer's. It is vascular, it is stepwise, and it is often manageable with lifestyle changes. Do not dismiss these signs as just getting old. Your brain health is worth fighting for, every single day. With the right care, people with VCI can maintain their connection to their families and enjoy meaningful moments for years. Take charge of your vascular health today. Monitor your numbers, Stay active and keep your mind engaged and challenged. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and share it with someone who might need to see it. Subscribe to Wellness Unfolds for more deep dives into the science of health and the wonders of the human body. Thank you for watching, and remember, understanding your health is the first step to unfolding a better future. Let us take a moment to understand the medical technology that allows us to see these changes inside the living brain. Magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, is the gold standard for detecting the white matter lesions characteristic of vascular cognitive impairment. Over time, chronic lack of oxygen can cause the brain to physically shrink, a process known as atrophy, visible on scans. These scans reveal the battle scars left by years of high blood pressure, smoking, and uncontrolled blood sugar levels. Stress management is also vital. Chronic stress releases cortisol, which can further damage blood vessels and harm the brain. Activities like Tai Chi are excellent because they combine physical movement, balance training, and mental focus all in one. Quality sleep is non-negotiable. During deep sleep, the brain clears out toxins and metabolic waste products that accumulate during the day. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of restorative sleep every night to give your brain the best chance to heal. Hydration is often overlooked. Dehydration can worsen confusion and cognitive performance, especially in older adults with compromised vascular systems. Medication adherence is critical. Missing doses of blood pressure or diabetes medication can lead to dangerous spikes that damage the brain. Always review your medications with a doctor or pharmacist to avoid side effects that might mimic or worsen cognitive impairment. Learning new technologies helps build new neural pathways, creating a bypass around damaged areas of the brain. Music therapy can be incredibly powerful, unlocking memories and emotions even when verbal communication has become difficult. Reminiscence therapy, using photos and familiar objects, can help anchor the person in their personal history and identity. Modify the home environment to reduce fall risks. Remove loose rugs, install grab bars, and ensure lighting is bright. Good lighting is essential, especially at night, to help reduce the confusion and disorientation that comes with sundowning. Caregivers need support too. Joining a support group can provide practical tips and emotional relief for those looking after loved ones. Burnout is real. Caregivers must take time for themselves to recharge so they can continue to provide compassionate care. Social isolation accelerates cognitive decline. Keeping the person socially engaged is as important as any medication. Pet therapy can reduce anxiety and blood pressure, providing nonverbal comfort and a sense of purpose. Spending time in nature has been shown to lower cortisol levels and improve mood in people with cognitive impairment. Managing VCI is about putting all these pieces together: medical care, lifestyle changes, environment, and emotional support. Remember the golden rule: what is good for your heart is good for your brain. Protect one to save the other. Challenge your brain daily. Even simple acts like brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand can stimulate neural activity. A diagnosis of VCI is not the end of the road. It is a signal to change direction and fight back. With the right strategies, many families find new ways to connect and enjoy their time together despite the challenges. Every new day is an opportunity to make choices that support your brain health and improve your well-being. To recap, keep your blood pressure low, stay physically active, and keep your mind engaged to ward off decline. Do not skip your checkups. Regular monitoring allows for adjustments in treatment that can prevent future strokes. Your brain is your most precious asset. Treat it with the care and respect it deserves every single day. Happiness and a positive outlook also play a role in health, boosting the immune system and resilience. Understanding your treatment plan empowers you to take control. Never hesitate to ask your doctor questions until you understand. When confusion strikes, deep breathing can help reduce anxiety for both the person with VCI and their caregiver. We hope this deep dive into vascular cognitive impairment has clarified the mystery behind this complex condition. Knowledge is most powerful when shared. Help us spread awareness by sharing this video with your community. At Wellness Unfolds, we are committed to bringing you the most accurate and helpful health information available. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Modern technology gives us tools to monitor our vascular health in real time, providing data that can save lives. Tracking your sleep patterns can give you early warning signs of changes in your neurological health. Simple additions to your diet, like turmeric and berries, can have powerful anti-inflammatory effects on the brain. Green tea is rich in antioxidants that support blood vessel health and cognitive function. Make it a daily habit. Sometimes, the best therapy is simply stepping away from the noise of modern life and reconnecting with the earth. Interacting with children can boost mood and cognitive energy, providing a sense of purpose and pure joy. Writing by hand engages the brain differently than typing, helping to maintain fine motor skills and language centers. Reading fiction requires the brain to simulate social situations and remember complex details, a great workout for the mind. Dancing is one of the best activities for the brain, combining physical exercise, rhythm, and social interaction. Gardening provides low-impact exercise and the satisfaction of nurturing life, which combats feelings of helplessness. Maintaining a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world keeps the brain young and open to new experiences. It is never too late to learn a new language. Even basic learning stimulates the brain's plasticity. Volunteering gives a sense of purpose. Feeling needed is a powerful antidote to the depression associated with VCI. Fixing things and solving practical problems keeps the executive functions of the frontal lobe engaged and active. Mindfulness practice helps reduce the anxiety that comes with memory lapses, teaching us to stay in the present moment. Just as water finds a way around obstacles, your brain can find new ways to function despite the challenges. The sunset of life can still be beautiful. It requires adaptation, but it can be filled with love and meaning. Acceptance is not giving up. It is acknowledging reality so that you can navigate it with dignity and grace. You do not have to walk this path alone. Lean on your loved ones and let them lean on you. Like an ancient tree, you have weathered many storms. This is just another season to navigate with strength. Your spirit and your essence remain, even when your memory falters or your steps become a little unsure. Feel free to re-watch sections of this video if you need to review specific signs or strategies again. Our content is based on the latest medical research to ensure you get the most reliable information possible. Please remember, this video is for educational purposes only. Always consult your healthcare provider for personal medical advice. Your doctor is your best ally. Be open, be honest about your symptoms, and work together as a team. The road ahead may have challenges, but armed with knowledge and support, you can navigate it with confidence. This has been a production of Wellness Unfolds. We are honored to be a part of your health journey. We would love to hear from you. Share your experiences or questions in the comments section down below. Check out these other videos on our channel to learn more about protecting your brain and your body. Thank you for watching Wellness Unfolds. Stay healthy, stay curious, and we will see you in the next video.